Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
In the most holy name of Allah, He came to us, the black man, and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank Him for His coming and for His raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you, my beloved black brothers and my beloved black sisters, in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which is indeed the original language of the original black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, for those of you, and there should always be at least a few, who are unfamiliar with the greeting words, Assalamu alaikum, they simply mean, when they are translated from the black man's language of Arabic into the white man's language of English, peace be unto you. And if you were to look in the Bible that the white man gave to you, everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
See, there he goes with that white man stuff. Exactly. One of the reasons, black man, one of the reasons, black woman, in fact, the principal reason that you are not a Muslim by faith, that you are not a Muslim by profession, meaning that you don't accept that Islam is the true religion of God. The principal reason is that you don't think over the fact that the Bible was given to you by the white man.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get the Bible from Jesus.
That's right.
You didn't get Christianity from Jesus.
That's right.
You didn't get anything that you have from Jesus. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You take for granted the Christian religion. You take for granted the Christian names that you wear. You take for granted the Christian language that you speak. You take for granted the Christian culture that you are immersed in. You take for granted the Christian nation that you reside in. You take for granted the Christian society that you live in.
That's right.
You take for granted the Christian laws that govern you. You take all of this for granted.
That's right.
You take for granted the 4th. You take for granted May. You take for granted 2025.
Yes, sir. Come on. Teach.
You don't think about these things.
What is that?
These things are thought of by you as much as the nose that is on your face. You take for granted the nose that is on your face until somebody busts you in it.
Go ahead.
You take for granted the nose that is on your face
Go ahead.
until springtime in Georgia.
Right. Allergy season.
And the pollen count is 3,000.
Come on.
You take for granted. But at Muhammad's temple number 15,
Teach.
and in any temple under the leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we at least make an effort at making you think.
Go ahead. Teach.
You are not here, those of you that are viewing. You are not watching this video for the purpose of scoring my lecture.
Yes, sir.
You are not watching this video for the purpose of being entertained by my words or my actions.
Teach.
Put it this way. That's not the reason, or those aren't the reasons you should be viewing.
That's right. That's right. Teach.
But you are viewing to be made to think about things that you have not been thinking about. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Today, as I mentioned earlier, is the 4th day of the white man's month of May.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In the year of the white man's quote unquote Lord, Jesus Christ, 2025.
Go ahead.
I'm taking my time.
Yes, sir. Teach. Go ahead.
This is the 4th day of the white man's month of May. Remember the Temptations, Brother Javon?
Yes, sir.
I got the month of May.
Right. Oh, that's my girl.
Huh?
My girl.
May is the white man's month.
That's correct.
It's not your month, black man.
Teach.
It's not your month, black woman.
That's right.
But you take May for granted, as if May is your month.
That's right.
Why is this nigga up there talking about months and days? I'm up here talking about you not thinking about things that you take for granted, because if you really would just think over something,
Come on.
You all right?
you would be a Muslim too.
Come on. That's right.
I know you think I'm a Muslim because I like to wear suits and bow ties. I know you think I'm a Muslim because I like to eat bean pies.
Come on.
You think I'm a Muslim because I enjoy being wanted to be a part of this club of black people wearing suits and bow ties and eating bean pies. No, I am a Muslim because of what I think about the month of May.
Go ahead. Teach on.
Because of what I know about the year 2025.
Teach.
I don't just say May 4, 2025 without thinking of what that means. If I did, I'd be a Christian like you. If I did, I might be an Afrocentric or Hebrew or chemic science nigga like you. Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever you are other than a Muslim follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, you are that precisely because you're not thinking about the things that I'm standing up here talking about.
Come on. Teach.
May is the white man's month.
That's right.
What's your month? You don't have a month in your eyes.
Come on. Good
You
question.
don't have a month in your mind. You don't know nothing about a black man or black woman's month. The only month you know is the white man's month.
That's right.
So when you want to know what time of the year it is, you don't think about this. But when you want to know what time of the year it is, you depend on the white man.
Come on.
You don't even know what time it is unless
Go
the
ahead.
white man tells you what time it is.
Go ahead. That's right.
Are you listening to me?
Teach. Teach. Teach all the time.
You take for granted that it's May 4th all over the world. Because you think the white man is the man of the world. Whatever's the white man, that's what the world is. Talk black to me.
Teach.
You had months before you ever met a white man.
That's right.
You had years before you ever saw a white man.
Come on.
You had days before you ever saw a white man. The white man didn't teach you how to tell time, either by minute, hour, day, week, month, or year.
Oh,
You
yeah.
told time before the white man.
Go ahead.
Now, what time did you tell before the white man? You don't know. And you don't care. Talk black to me. But it is our job to at least try to make you care.
Come on.
You want me to teach you on something else?
As you were.
Guess what? I won't even say, because you know what? Because you know me. This is the 4th day of the white man's month. You don't know your own time.
Come on. Facts.
What's the title of today's lecture? The hour
Nine.
is nigh. The hour is nigh. What is an hour? It's a measurement of what?
Time.
Time. You don't know your time. You only know the white man's time.
Come on.
You only wear the white man's name.
Come on.
You only believe in the white man's God.
That's right.
You only believe in the white man's religion.
Teach.
You only accept and embrace the white man's culture.
Teach.
You only accept to live under the white man's laws, the white man's government. Some of you even pledge allegiance in 2025 to the white man's flag.
Wow.
I'm not here to stand up here and just talk to you about the religion of Islam, separate and apart from white supremacy. I'm not here to stand up here and talk about the religion of Islam, separate and apart from you as a black man, as a black woman, and where you stand as a black man and a black woman.
Come on.
The hour is nigh.
Teach. Teach.
Now, when the white man says 5/4/25,
Right.
he is saying May 4th,
Yes, sir.
in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Right.
2025. The overwhelming majority of us are too young to remember ever there being a time when that's how the white man talked about time.
Right. Go ahead.
When the white man tells you what year it is now, he just says 2025.
Come on.
But that's not how the white man used to refer to years.
Right.
The reason it's 2025 is for a religious reason.
Teach.
There is nothing secular, non-religious about May 4, 2025.
Go ahead. Teach. That's right.
That is a Christian date. That is a measure of Christian time.
Come on.
It has everything to do with Christianity and nothing to do with anything outside of Christianity.
Teach. Yes, sir.
The white man marks time by the death of the prophet Jesus. 2025 means two different things as far as the white man is concerned.
Come on.
It's 2025 years after the death of Jesus. So the white man used to just say 2025 or whatever other year. He would say so-and-so year AD.
Come on.
AD meaning after the death of the prophet Jesus.
Sir.
He wouldn't say the prophet Jesus, though. He would say Jesus Christ
Right.
or just Christ.
Right.
After the death of Christ. After the death of Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
What in God's name are you talking about? I mean, just that alone is stupid as HE17L. What do you mean after the death of Christ? How the hell is Christ dead?
Come on.
Explain to me
Right.
Wow.
how you say after the death of Christ as if Christ is Christ can't be dead.
Come on, teach on it.
One day Christ will be dead because Christ is a man. And no man lives forever,
Teach.
including Jesus Christ. Are you listening to me?
Teach. Come on.
But what you mean after the death of Christ done came and died 2,025 years ago? What kind of stupidity is that? What are you asking me to accept Christ in my life for if he's been dead 2,025 years?
Come on.
Whatever he's supposed to do, if he ain't done it in 2,025 years, I would be a damn fool to wait any longer for him to do it.
Go ahead. Teach.
And you are a damn fool sitting around hollering about some dead Christ for 2,025 years. You say, no, 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 Christ lives. Does he? What Christ lives?
There you go. Good question.
The only Christ you know that lives after he died is the one the white man gave you. And when he gave you a Christ, he gave you a blonde-haired Christ. He gave you a blue-eyed Christ. He gave you a buttermilk complexion, peckerwood Christ. Talk black to me. And you worship the image of that white man as Christ Jesus.
That's right.
Until the Muslims made you think. You took for granted that Jesus Christ was white.
Come on.
Until the Muslims made you think.
Come on.
Talk black to me. Like I said, you told time before the white man.
That's right.
But since you've been under the rule of the white man, under the influence of the white man, you stopped telling time for yourself. May 4, 2025 is a date like all of the 365 and 1/4 days of the calendar that you know. It is a date in the calendar that is called the Gregorian calendar.
Come on. Teach.
Now, once again, why am I boring some of you with all this talk about time? Because the hour is nigh. With a subject like that, how you not going to spend a lot of time talking about time?
Come on. Teach.
I want you to understand the time.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Because the hour is nigh. What hour? We're going to get to that.
Come on.
If you can stand it, wait. If you can't, skate. Hell, this temple is next to a skating rink.
That's right.
You can't wait, goddammit, skate, nigga. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Gregorian calendar. What does Gregorian mean?
Yes, sir.
What would Eric Orion mean?
Go ahead.
If your name is John, what would John Orion mean?
Come on. Yes,
If
sir.
your name is Frank, what would Frank Orion mean?
Gregorian.
Gregorian means
Yes,
it is from some cracker named Gregory.
Yes, sir. Teach.
That's where the calendar that May 4, 2025 comes from.
Come on.
It doesn't come from Jesus. It doesn't come from God.
Go ahead.
It doesn't come from the Holy Spirit.
Go ahead.
It comes from a peckerwood named Gregory.
Go ahead.
Now, what cracker named Gregory does your May 4, 2025 come from? It comes from a particular cracker named Gregory who was a pope of the Christian church.
Wow.
Pope Gregory.
Hope.
Now, you can go on your cell phone and you can put Gregorian calendar or Pope Gregory and then put calendar,
Yes, sir.
and it will tell you which Gregory it was.
Go ahead.
I don't know whether it was Pope Gregory the first, Pope Gregory the ninth, Pope Gregory the eighth, and I don't particularly give a damn.
Yes, sir.
But a pope named Gregory put the calendar together that you are in America, black as the ace of spades, adopting as your calendar. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Sad.
If you don't know when it is, you don't know where you are.
That's right.
Talk black to me. If you don't know when it is, you don't know where you are. I'm not talking about geographically.
Come on.
I'm talking about existentially.
Come on.
Hell, if that ain't a SAT word, what is?
Yes, sir.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So since May 4, 2025 is a date that comes from a white pope of the white church,
Yes, sir.
of the white religion of Christianity, tell me what's secular about that.
Zero.
But you'll tell me America is not a Christian nation.
That's right. Separation of church and state.
Then you'll tell me it's all about the Benjamins. But the damn Benjamin says, in God we trust.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
And the state that you say is separate from the church does not function without the Bible of the Christian religion.
Go ahead.
There is no government without those who run the government
Yes, sir.
putting their left hand on a Bible, raising their right hand, and swearing to the God of the Bible,
Come on.
taking an oath in the name of the God of the Bible
That's right. Uphold them duty.
to uphold the duties of the government you say is separate from God.
Come on. Teach.
Talk black to me.
Teach. Teach.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah
Yes,
for the
sir.
most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Teach hard.
The declaration of the independence of this government
Come on.
from the monarchy in England
That's right.
begins talking about the God of the Bible.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. Say no secular government, not in the truest sense of the word.
Right.
It's an hypocrisy. The white man calls it a democracy,
Go ahead.
but it's an hypocrisy.
Yes, sir. Teach. Teach.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
Right.
and to the government for which it stands. One nation, what?
Under God.
Under God,
Right. Yes, sir.
not under a groove. My old school players.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Getting down just for the funk of it.
Hey, come on, George.
But one nation under God, indivisible,
Right.
with liberty
And
and justice for all.
Come on.
Isn't that your pledge of allegiance, Peckerwood?
Come on.
There ought to be at least one cracker watching.
Yeah.
You call yourself one nation under God. You say in God you trust.
Right. Right.
Your calendar, the fiscal calendar of your government, comes from a pope of the Christian church.
Come on.
You're supposed to be a Protestant Christian, but you get your date
From a Catholic.
from a pope.
Yes, sir. Come on.
I thought you Protestants didn't like popes.
Right.
Let the pope die, and here come the head of the Protestant government running over to pay homage to the pope. Talk black to me.
Come on. Teach.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that it is the pope of the Catholic Church that is the true head, the true father of the Christian religion.
Come on.
And the death of the previous pope, the latest pope, the death of the latest, has that conclave elected one yet?
Good question. Good question.
But the pope that just died, both the Protestant as well as the Catholic Church leaders pay homage to him. Are you listening to me?
Right.
And if I am not wrong, even some silly Muslims gonna try to ride in on the bandwagon. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So May 4, 2025, that's a white man's measurement of time.
Yes, sir.
If you think that I'm tripping on something trivial to spend this much time talking about that time, that's why you're in the condition that you're in.
Go ahead. Teach.
Why don't you have your own months? Why don't you have your own days?
Come on.
Why don't you have your own year?
Come on.
Why don't you have your own name?
Go ahead.
Why don't you have your own God and your own religion?
Teach.
Why don't you have your own culture?
Teach.
Everything you don't have now, you once had then.
Yes, sir.
Then when? Before you got up under the rule of the white man.
Yes, sir. Come on. Teach. Teach.
You wondering why you don't have freedom. You wondering why you don't have justice. You wondering why you don't have equality.
That's right.
You don't even have a name.
Go ahead.
You don't even have a culture.
Go ahead.
You don't have a God. You don't have a religion. You don't have days. You don't have weeks. You don't have months. You don't have years. And you wonder why you don't have freedom, justice, and equality.
Come on.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
But the white man has all of these things. That's why the white man has freedom, justice, and
Go
equality.
ahead.
The white man doesn't wear black names.
Come on.
The white man doesn't worship a black God. The white man doesn't practice a black religion.
Come on.
The white man doesn't speak a black language. The white man doesn't have a black culture.
Teach. Teach.
The white man doesn't have a black calendar with black days, black weeks, black months, black years.
Come on.
And so the white man is supreme. And the black man is oppressed. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Teach.
If you want to be equal with the white man, which you really don't, but you scream like you do, if you really want to be equal with the white man, you got to have what the white man had.
Go ahead.
How are you equal with the white man and he got shoes and you got none?
Go ahead.
How are you equal with the white man and he got food and you got none?
Come on.
How are you equal with the white man and he has shelter and you have none?
Come on.
Talk black to me.
That's right.
Food, clothing, shelter.
Yes, sir.
Shoes would be part of clothing.
That's right.
Are you listening to me?
Need some shoes.
The white man has food, clothing, and shelter of his own.
Yes, sir.
You are claiming that you want to be equal with the white man, but you only want an equal share in the food, the clothing, and the shelter of the white man.
Teach.
You don't want to be equal with the white man in terms of having food like the white man.
Yes, sir.
You want to be equal with the white man in terms of having an equal share of the food of the white man.
Right. Right.
You don't want to be equal with the white man in the sense that you have clothes like the white man.
Right.
Meaning he has clothes that are his, you have clothes that are yours.
Right. Come on.
That's not the type of equality you want. You want an equal share in the clothes of the white man.
Come on.
Not equality in the sense that you have your own black clothes like the white man has his own white clothes.
Right.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Teach.
You say you want to be equal. You say you want to be free. But the white man exists freely on land, which is the basis of his freedom.
Yes, sir.
The 6 million square miles of America
Come on.
are the basis of the freedom of the white man of America.
Come on. Teach.
You say you want to be his equal, but you don't want 6 million square miles of land for the black man.
Come on.
You just want the white man to treat you equally with himself on his 6 million square miles of land.
Right.
Talk black to me.
Right. That's right. Teach.
You don't really want to be equal with the white man. You can't be equal with the white man until you have what the white man has.
Yes, sir.
You had what the white man has.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you had more of what the white man has today.
Come on.
You had more of it yesterday.
Go ahead.
And when you had it, you were not the white man's equal. You were not the white man's inferior. You were the white man's superior.
Yes, sir. Teach.
They're not listening to me.
Come on.
There was a time in this present 6,000 year cycle
Right.
when you, black man, black woman, were in a superior position to the white man and the white woman.
Come on. Teach.
You had more land than them.
Yes, sir.
You had more wealth than them. You had more power than them. Talk black to me. And it wasn't that long ago.
Come on.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
But you take for granted that the white man has always been supreme over you in terms of power, in terms of wealth, in terms of technological advancement, that the white man has always been on top and you as a black man have always been on the bottom. When the white man teaches you in school as a child, you don't come from, how many of you have children who go to the white man's schools and come home having learned about the time when black people were more advanced than white people? You damn right as I were, sir. Your children do not come home from no Atlanta public schools or whatever public schools your children go to. They don't come home talking about the greatness of the black man relative to the inferiority of the white man, relative to the time that they're studying.
Come on. That's right.
Your children go to school and come back home the way I went to school and came back home, thinking that black people never produced an advanced civilization until a white man with an advanced civilization ruled them and shared with them the wisdom and advancement of his civilization.
Right.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I went to school for at least 13 years, right? 12 years.
Yes, sir.
Then you got kindergarten and preschool, so that's 14 years.
Come on. Yes, sir. Teach. Wow.
Graduated at the age of 18, and 3 years later, at the age of 21 years old, in the name of Jesus, because I was a Christian nigga at the time. I don't mean simply, Christian by default. No, I was in the church.
Right.
Heavily into the church.
Yes, sir.
I was one of them Christian boys. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I was born again. I was saved.
Yes, sir.
All that corny crap.
Right.
That was me. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir. Teach. Teach.
Now, why am I including the Christian religion? Because it shares in some of the blame about what I'm saying. The blame of what? So now we have the Christian religion.
Yes, sir.
And we have the educational system. So we have the church and we have the school.
Yes, sir.
Between the church and the school, I've had 14 years of schooling, 21 years of religious indoctrination.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And I did not know that white people did not civilize us as black people. I didn't know.
Come on. Come on.
We're talking about 1983.
Yes, sir.
In 1983, I'm a 21-year-old man, and I'm thinking that quote-unquote Africans never built an advanced civilization until the goddamn white man came with his European civilization.
You're not alone, man. Yes, sir.
Brother Gerard said I'm not alone. I know damn well I'm not alone. Because I didn't know no niggas next to me in class that knew any more than I knew.
Go ahead.
The nigga behind me didn't know nothing because he didn't tell me nothing. The nigga in front of me didn't tell me nothing. The niggas on the left and the right didn't tell me nothing.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. See.
Talk black to me.
See.
Now I'm going to name some names.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
No disrespect about it, but I'm going to name some names. So if any Plainfield, New Jersey niggas are listening, get your ears ready. Now, when I was in the 9th grade, we talking 77. 6 years before 1983.
Yes, sir.
There were a couple of niggas. No disrespect by saying niggas.
Yes, sir.
But there were a couple of niggas in a particular class that I was in.
Okay.
Who sat about 2 or 3 niggas over to my right. Right by the door to the class.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Brother Angelo and Brother Leviticus. Are you listening to me?
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Angelo goes by a Muslim name now. Brother Leviticus, I think, still goes by Leviticus.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They were upperclassmen. They were either juniors or seniors.
Yes, sir.
They had joined Temple number 80.
Wow.
They were, quote unquote, Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir. Teach.
And they had this very, very clean, sharp look. They didn't dress like the rest of us when we came. They didn't come in their suits and bow ties. But they wore dress pants,
Go ahead.
dress shoes,
Go ahead.
white shirts,
Go ahead.
and they looked good as hell.
Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So what stood out about them later became one of the reasons I accepted Islam. Are y'all listening to me?
Teach.
All praise is due to Allah
Yes, sir.
for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Hygiene.
So they knew, I'm sure, that black people built great civilizations,
Right.
but they didn't say nothing to me about it. I don't ever remember a time of them trying to talk to me about Islam.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So you're right, brother. I wasn't alone.
Yes, sir.
It was only when I went in Brother Keith's barbershop that I began to learn that it was black so-called Africans that built the pyramids of Egypt.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Wonders of the world.
Teach.
One of the wonders of the world, a pyramid.
Yes, sir. That's right.
The Sphinx.
Go ahead.
Another wonder of the world. 7 wonders of the world and 2 of them from us.
That's right. Teach.
I'm not saying only 2, but definitely those 2.
Yes, sir.
Wonders of the world. Don't take that for granted.
Not at all.
In order to be a wonder of the world has to be wondering about it.
Yes, sir.
That means it's all that and a bag of chips.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Because the world is like, whoa,
Come on.
wondering.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we did that. It's some of you young niggas got a little consciousness about yourself, or maybe a lot of consciousness about yourself. You can't even relate to what I'm saying. Because you're the generation that came up knowing things that my generation came up not knowing. So you can't relate to what I'm saying. So it doesn't anger you the way it angers me. You don't feel it the way I feel it because you never missed it. But I did.
Go ahead.
So I'm pissed. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You now are tricked, but in a different way. And you should be more pissed than me.
Come on.
Because when I found out the history of the black man, I found the true God. I found the true religion. But you now know black history. And you are just as much a dead nigga. Because the hour that will bring about your damn death is nigh. You think you all right because you know black history.
Wow.
But there's an aspect of black history you don't know that will cost you your life.
Teach. Teach.
What aspect is that? Prophecy.
Come on.
You know history, but you don't know prophecy.
Come on. Teach. Teach.
In order for you to know who you are, where you are, what you are, you got to know prophecy. History is not enough.
Come on.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Well, what about prophecy? There's a prophecy of an hour. It's called in prophecy the hour. And that hour is nigh. And a lot of us, as we were discussing earlier, a lot of us feel it. We don't even know really what we're feeling. But we have a sense that something very, very significant is about to happen. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
There's a sense of security that we had before now. And much of that security, enough of that security is no longer present. And it's making us feel some type of way. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You can feel, you can sense that something's wrong. You can feel that something is like there's some danger.
Yes, sir.
You can't put your black finger on it. Which finger? The one with the reefer burns on it. Because you know your fingers got reefer burns on them. You don't even know what reefer is.
All right.
Young niggas.
Come on.
That's what we call weed when I was coming up, reefer. With the weed burns on the tips of your fingers. You can't put the weed burn that's on the tips of your finger on what's wrong, but you can feel something is wrong.
Yes, sir.
That something that's wrong is the nearness, nighness of an hour that will bring about your demise. Talk black to me. So here I am, a 21-year-old snotty-nosed kid.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know we did anything. I didn't know about the great West African empires. I didn't know about Egypt, Nubia, Kush. I didn't know about, the Swahili city-states. I didn't know about Great Zimbabwe.
Right.
I didn't know about the Nok culture. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I sure as hell didn't know about the Moors.
Right.
Talk back to me.
Teach.
It was Islam, in particular, the nation of Islam in specific, that introduced me to black history. And I thank God that I got it from the Nation of Islam.
That's right. Come on.
Now listen,
Teach.
you think when I say that I'm talking about my religious belief system. God, some of you niggas get on my damn nerves. When I say introduce me to black history, the first book that I read on African history was The African Presence in Early America. They came before Columbus.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
By Ivan Van Sertima.
Go ahead.
When did Ivan Van Sertima get his X?
Yeah.
Which one of Allah's 100 attributes is Van Sertima?
None.
You got Rahman,
Right.
Rahim,
Yes, sir.
Akbar,
Bar. Yes, sir.
and Van Sertima. As you were, sir, right?
As you were, yes, sir.
The point that I'm making is Ivan Van Sertima wasn't no nation of Islam.
Come on.
Ivan Van Sertima was an author and historian. But I got that book after I joined Temple number 80,
Yes, sir.
Plainfield, New Jersey, 1983.
Yes, sir.
And one Saturday afternoon, there was a bazaar, for lack of a better term.
They don't do
You know, the Muslims used to have bazaars.
Right. Selling books and stuff. Yeah.
In other words, it was a Nation of Islam flea market.
Right. Right.
A Nation of Islam mini flea market.
Get everything you need. Yeah.
Where at the temple, all the chairs taken out,
Yeah.
put to the side, and tables are set up.
Vendors. Right.
Vending.
Yeah.
Vendors.
Yes, sir.
The Muslims are there vending.
Yes, sir.
Money.
Whoever bakes bean pies has a table with their bean pies on the table.
Teach.
Right.
Somebody else has a table and they have sandwiches.
Right.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Niggas eat tuna.
Yeah.
Muslims eat salmon
Yeah.
Yes.
because tuna is a filthy fish,
Come on. Teach.
which is why niggas eat it. Talk back to me. Oh, catfish, tuna loving niggas. It's not your fault,
Right.
but the white man is a filthy cracker. And he eats filthy food. And he taught you to eat the filth that he eats himself.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So you eat the filthy catfish. You eat the filthy tuna fish. You eat the filthy snails and clams and oysters and all that mess.
Shrimp and lobster.
Shrimp, lobster, all the filthy bottom feeders of the water. The pigs of the water.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You sitting here eating a cockroach.
Yes, sir.
No, man, I ain't never ate no cockroach. Have you ever eaten a shrimp?
Right.
Then, nigga, you ate a cockroach. It ain't nothing but a cockroach of the water. That's not Muslim rhetoric.
Come on.
Look at a cockroach
Right.
and look at a shrimp. There are images on the internet that compare the cockroach and the shrimp to let you know that one is of the land, the other is the water. They the same damn thing. cockroach and tartar sauce eating niggas. Jumbo cockroach niggas.
Jumbo cockroach. Nasty.
What's that red sauce that?
Cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce. Cockroach and cocktail
Come on.
sauce.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the Muslim eats the cleaner fish. We make the salad,
Yes, sir.
but we make salmon salad sandwich. So one person's got salmon salad sandwiches on the table.
Oh, I knew you were.
Another person got a table and they have different jewelry on the table. Another person has a table, it's incense and oils on the table. Brother Wali had books on the table.
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Go ahead.
So I go over to the table where Brother Wali has books, and I see the African presence in early America. They came before Columbus.
Teach.
My head is exploding.
Yeah.
Because when I first went into the barber shop, Brother Keith is in there cutting hair, but while he's cutting hair, he's talking about how we built the pyramids of Egypt and the Sphinx of Egypt. And you look at the face on the, it's the face of a black man. And blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there like, huh?
Mm.
Yes, sir.
21-year-old snotty-nosed, corny Christian nigga. And I'm sitting there like, whoa. Huh? I'm captivated.
Yes, sir.
Because he talking about how we did that, and him being the type of man that he was, which is, if you knew him, you would know why I'm like I am. You hoe niggas. There go my bad language again. You hoe niggas. What kind of hoe? I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about personality. Your personality hoes. Whenever I stand up here and I say hoe, I'm talking about personality, not sex.
Come on.
Personality.
Teach.
Because he's got personality, walks with personality, talks with personality. Personality, damn it.
Right. Teach.
You think that I'm the way I am because of Colin. I promise you, I'm the way I am because of Keith,
Go ahead.
not Colin. But you're a personality hoe. You don't know Keith. You know Colin. So you assume I'm trying to be Colin.
Go ahead.
No, I'm being Eric.
Yes, sir.
But I have been greatly influenced by Keith.
Teach.
What you see in me, I got from him.
Teach.
So while he's talking about the great ancient civilizations that we built, he's then rag on the white man at a time when the white man was crawling on his all fours in the caves of Europe. I'm like, huh?
Yes, sir. Read.
What? Huh? So my head is already near explosion. That we were the first people to build advanced civilizations, and we had advanced civilizations when the white man was crawling on his all fours in the caves of Europe.
Come on. Teach.
I ain't digested that yet.
Come on.
Then I go to the temple, and there's a book that says we was here in America before the white man.
Teach.
Hold up now.
You lost your mind.
I done lost my damn mind. And the book cost a nice little penny. I didn't give a damn.
Go ahead.
I bought that book.
Teach. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Left the temple, went back to the crib, bust open the book and got to reading. And Ivan Van Sertima is confirming the things that Brother Keith said about ancient Egypt.
Right.
I'm like, wow.
Yes, sir.
And then he draws a connection between ancient Egyptian history and the first visit of Africans to America.
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me. How the image of one of the big stone heads is wearing a Nubian military headdress. I'm like, whoa, talk black to me. So I'm like, okay. My point is, when I say the Nation of Islam introduced me to black history, I'm not talking about my religious belief system. I'm talking about the black history that those of you who are against the Nation of Islam have studied. I read the same books you read, and I read them as the result of the Nation of Islam. Are you listening? The only reason I knew anything about the book by Sheikh Anta Diop, The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality, the only reason I knew about the book, The Destruction of Civilization by Chancellor Williams, this is in 1983, the reason I knew about those two books is because I was listening to an audio cassette lecture of Louis Farrakhan, and he was using those two books to prove the messenger's teaching is right. You catch that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Louis Farrakhan was teaching about how Arabia was black in origin. You know, the root of civilization is in Arabia at the holy city Mecca, which means where wisdom and knowledge of the original man first started when the planet was found. So he's talking about how the black man is the original man of the ancient civilizations of that area of the so-called Middle East. And that the reason that the people over there that we see the images of are light, bright, and damn near white. He didn't use those words, but he's basically explaining it. He used the Bible, where the Bible teaches that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair and took for them or from them wives all that they chose. And so his exegesis of that scripture was that the sons of God were the black people, the daughters of men, white people.
Okay.
And he said that's why that they were fair, meaning light in complexion. And so he said, after quoting and teaching on that particular area of the Bible, he said race mixing took place right there in the Middle East, in the Holy Lands. He said, and they went from black to brown to white. Are you listening to me? And to use references that someone who doesn't believe in Islam might want to accept, he started quoting Sheikh Anta Diop and Chancellor Williams and mentioned the books to support what he was saying from the messenger. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
So here I am, a new believer in Islam, trying to get others to accept Islam, facing the criticism of some for being a Muslim. So I'm always looking for material to be able to prove that my decision to be a Muslim is the right decision.
Right.
So when he quotes Chancellor Williams, when he quotes Sheikh Anta Diop, now I'm looking for those books. When I read, they came before Columbus in the bibliography in the back. Ivan Van Sertima also uses the African Origin of Civilization and the destruction of black civilization. I'm like, damn.
Both, right, referring you back.
So I got Farrakhan, I got Van Sertima.
Both are good facts.
All right? Now, at that time, I'm following Farrakhan.
Right.
So Van Sertima saying it, okay, that's cool. But Farrakhan mentioning it, seal of approval.
Right.
I'm after them joints. Everybody all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. I'm naming names this week. You Temple United niggas. This is something that should interest you. Why you stopping? Because I'm giving you a chance. You Temple United niggas that are about nothing but division. You say you about unity, but you promote another minister who is not a minister. You promote another minister as the minister of Atlanta instead of me. You promote another temple and it ain't no temple instead of this temple. Everybody listening? You lying niggas talk that unity talk, but when it comes to Eric Muhammad and temple number 15, you always pointing people to somebody and somewhere else. Now let me get back to what I was saying, because I didn't want to go off on you.
Well,
You Temple United niggas.
go ahead, brother man.
When I first joined Louis Farrakhan's organization, very shortly thereafter, Minister Hawk. Everybody listen? I said I'm naming names.
Yes, sir.
Minister Hawk, who wasn't Hawk yet. He was Minister Ronald X. He was Minister of Jersey City. See, even Brother Javon,
I ain't know that.
he learning some history, right? Hawk was Minister Ronald of Jersey City.
Wow.
I'm in Plainfield. He's in Jersey City. They had a bazaar one Saturday in Jersey City. We drove from Plainfield, me and my cousin Paul. We drive from Plainfield to Jersey City to the bazaar. Tables set up, food, books, jewelry, whatever. Well, somebody had a table with some books. Guess what books I saw? Destruction of Black Civilization, African Origin of Civilization. Guess what I did? Thank you very much. Now I got those. Now, I got Ivan Van Sertima, Chancellor Williams, King Anta Diop from Temple 80 and Temple, what's Jersey City? I forgot what Jersey City is.
Was it 25? When the north was 25, right?
Right, what's Jersey City? I done forgot what number Jersey City is.
I can't think, brother.
But two temples under Louis Farrakhan. So what is this craziness that people, like when I talk about being introduced to black history, you think I'm talking about my religious belief system. I'm not talking about Yakub.
Right. Far from it, right.
I'm not talking about Moses teaching no crackers in no damn cave.
Right.
I'm not talking about no scientist drilling a hole in the earth and blowing it up and separating it. Now you got a moon running around the damn. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the same black history that you study. It was the Nation of Islam, quote unquote, that introduced me to that history.
Come on.
So the concept of Muslims that young niggas had when we was on Dill Avenue, Brother Javon, these stupid, Kemet, and Afrocentric biatch niggas always saying to somebody like me, when they trying to prove the Nation of Islam ain't right, do your research.
Right.
Nigga, ooh, I almost
Right.
said something that I really
Right.
have no business saying. Please catch me someplace when I'm not teaching so I can say them things.
Right. Didn't say it else,
Allah will punish me, but I'm going to say them anyway.
right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's worth taking the L to give a damn L. Sometimes.
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Do your research. Who the hell do you think you talking to?
Come on.
First of all, when they were saying that to me, I'm in my 50s. These niggas in their goddamn 20s.
20s, right.
You talking to a nigga old enough to be your father talking about do your research.
Come on.
You young, dumb, full of, let's just say gum since I'm here. Young, dumb, full of gum, nappy-headed, nitwit niggas telling me, old goddamn G, to do my research.
Come on. Come on.
You're an idiot. What the hell make you think I ain't done no damn research? I was introduced to the books that amount to the research you telling me to do by the very Nation of Islam that you think doesn't research. Nigga Farrakhan told me about them books.
Go ahead.
Chancellor Williams and Anta Diop. A follower of Farrakhan, Wali, sold me the other book. They came before Columbus. I got all three of them at temples under Farrakhan.
Come on.
So what the hell you dumb niggas talking about? Do your research. You know how hard it is for me not to say, tell your mama to do her damn research? And if she did, you wouldn't be here? Because she wouldn't have let your father bring you here?
Wow.
Talk black to me. It's hard for me not to say that, so I'm not going to say it. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Nigga dumb as you telling somebody as smart as me to do some goddamn research.
Right.
You stupid. Talk black to me. One thing I can't stand is niggas bucking up and bowing at me. I'll cave you to hell in, boy. Don't you ever bow your goddamn chest at me. You ain't built for that. I'm telling you, you ain't built for that. Back off. I'm a well-read man, a well-studied man. And I'm that because I'm a minister of Elijah Muhammad.
Jeez.
That's what we are.
Go ahead.
Any nigga standing up next to a flag and an actual facts board and behind a microphone hollering about Elijah Muhammad is supposed to be that. And if the nigga ain't that, what you watching him for? What you listening to him for?
Come on.
Why do you take that nigga serious? Talk black to me. So I'm introduced to African history by the Nation of Islam. Many of them, Brother Javon, were introduced to African history by the Nation of Islam. In particular, Malcolm X.
Right. Right.
Niggas in the 50s and 60s listening to Malcolm got interested in African history.
Come on.
Talk back to me.
Come on.
There was no such thing as black liberation theology until 1969.
Right.
Now, the Nation of Islam teaching is black liberation theology, but I'm not speaking literally. I'm speaking functionally.
I got you.
I'm saying there was nothing that existed that had the name black liberation theology until 1969. I forget the brother's name. Hell, I was only 7 years old then. I didn't know nothing about this brother.
Mm. Mm.
I was still eating pork chops, chitlins.
Chitlins, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Pig feet, yeah.
Pig feet, pickled.
Yep.
I ain't learned.
That's
There
it.
was a corner store down from my
That's it.
house, and I used to go there and get pickled pig
Pig
feet
feet, yeah. Out the jaw, right?
and tow them things up.
Get them out the jaw, right?
Get them out the jar.
I know. We see you like that, brother. Yes, sir.
But some Negro, whose last name I believe is Cone, I don't remember the first name. I heard Reverend Slaughter talking about him.
Mm.
He comes up with black liberation theology.
Wow.
One of the reasons that it's harder now to get Christians to come over to Islam is because Christians now have black liberation theology. So they think they don't need Muslims.
Mm.
Prior to 1969, the only black liberation theology was the Nation of Islam.
Wow.
Garvey taught a black liberation theology, but he was gone.
Right.
Noble Drew Ali taught a black liberation theology, but he was gone. Black liberation theology was the Nation of Islam.
Right.
Until 1969, when this brother, who was inspired, I guarantee, by Malcolm, comes up with black liberation theology.
Okay.
Talk back to me. Okay. So the Muslims introduced Black America at a time when Garvey had gone, Noble Drew Ali had gone, introduced Black America to the concept of black liberation theology, part of which involves introducing black people to the hidden black history that the white man didn't want us to know. Are y'all listening to me this afternoon? Okay. So I'm learning about my black self. Part of what I'm learning is my religious belief system. But in order to support the things that are part of my religious belief system, see, that's what these African niggas, not true Africans, but these bootleg niggas, so-called Africans, you know, who got their flip-flops, their dingy socks, their chew sticks, you understand what I'm saying, their kente cloth, whatever. When you teach them the truth from the message, oh, that's your religious belief system. Well, washing my anus, nigga, is also part of my religious belief system. Do you suggest I quit washing it? Goddamn jackass. Just because something is part of my religious belief system doesn't mean it ain't right.
Right.
Damn. In any event.
Crazy.
I mean, seriously.
We crazy.
Niggas. Okay, so I'm learning about my black self, the things that the white man didn't want me to know. I thank Allah that I learned it through the Nation of Islam. So there are things I'm learning that are part of my religious belief system.
Right.
But the things I'm learning that are part of my religious belief system are the things that nobody has heard of. Things Chancellor Williams don't teach. Dan Soderman don't teach. John G. Jackson don't teach.
Come on.
William Leo Hansberry don't teach.
Real.
George G. M. James don't teach. Are you listening to me?
Come on.
And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. None of the black historians teach this. Garvey didn't teach it. Noble Drew Ali didn't teach it. I'm talking about the specific things of my religious belief system. I'm learning those things. How am I going to get people to accept those things? By using other things that they will accept. And saying, based on these things that you do accept, this supports my religious belief system that you don't accept. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's how Brother Keith converted me to Islam. I accepted the Bible, but not the Quran. I accepted the Bible, but not the Quran. So he used the Bible that I did accept to prove the truth of the Islam that I didn't accept. Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I've told this story a million times. I'll tell it a little bit now for the 1,008th time. I'm eating pig because Peter had a vision. That's what my pastor taught me. Peter had a vision of some meats coming down from heaven. And when one of the meats was pig, he's like, hold up. And God said to Peter, I didn't create anything unclean. Also, the Bible said Christ, how does it say it now? Okay, Christ broke the curse of the law. Because the law says, cursed be he that hangeth from a tree. Since Jesus was hung on the cross and then resurrected, he broke the curse of the law. So we're no longer under law. We are now under the grace of Jesus Christ.
So now we eat.
So the law of Moses that says we can't eat pig, we're not under that. Talk black to me. We're not under that. We under grace. So we can eat that pig.
Right. Oink, oink.
Oink, oink.
All right. Let's get it in.
Which makes it easier for the white man to trick us, because once them trichina worms start eating up at that brain, it make you nice and stupid. Trichina worms just weaving their way through your damn brain, eating up all your common sense. All right, now. So he's using the Bible that I do accept to prove to me that the truth is in the Quran that I don't accept. Is in the message to the black man that I don't accept. Hello? Okay. Well, what did he use? Well, he takes me to Matthew chapter 5. Because as a Christian, I'm not under the law. I'm under grace.
Right.
Okay, so he takes me to Matthew. Matthew got the words of Jesus in it, right? In red.
In red, right.
The Lord's words in red. Go by verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Damn.
Your book.
See, thanks be to Allah. When I was 10 years old, my mother was kind of listening to Malcolm a little too much. She never would accept no Islam. But she was checking Malcolm. I'm laying in the bed one Saturday morning, half asleep, and I hear Malcolm talking. And Malcolm is condemning the whole non-violent, civil rights thing.
Yeah.
And he breaking it down real good, and I'm half listening but half not, because I'm half asleep. Probably had a little crust going down the side of the mouth.
Right.
But I had never heard a black man teach strong like that. This was a different type of black man.
Right.
Talking a different type of talk. I ain't never heard no nigga talk like that about the white man. So when I got up, finally, my mother was in the kitchen. I went to the bathroom, do what I gotta do, and I'm like, Mommy, who was that you was listening to? She told me Malcolm X. Okay, I forgot about it. I didn't give it no more thought. Okay, now I just know who this cat Malcolm X is, who was talking that talk that I ain't never heard no preacher talk like that before.
Right.
Okay. The point that I'm making now is it was right around that time us off of the pig. From the age 10 to the age 15, I didn't eat no pig. Mom took us off the pig. She didn't go as far as taking us off the byproducts though.
Right. But you're taking off that meat. Yeah.
But she took us off the pig. So we didn't think we was eating no pig at all. We wasn't reading ingredients. We didn't know that the pig had byproducts in a bunch of stuff that wasn't pig.
Right.
She did the best she could.
Right.
She took us off the pig.
One step, good step.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So from 10 to 15, every time I tell somebody who offers me pig, I don't eat that, first thing out their mouth, you Muslim? And I'll be like, no, we're no Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Muslims was them strange niggas.
Right, we don't eat that.
Yeah, like, you a strange nigga. Y'all niggas don't eat sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You don't eat collard greens.
Come on, man.
You don't eat pinto beans and black-eyed peas. You don't eat turnip greens. You don't eat cornbread.
No
you got
kale.
this funny pie that's made out of beans. Y'all some strange niggas. And y'all hate the white man.
Yeah, oh man.
And us Christians fear the white man. So we ain't messing with y'all too tough.
Right.
Y'all got this black newspaper y'all running around selling.
Right.
Only newspaper I know about is the Star Ledger. The Newark Star Ledger.
Right. Sick.
I'm in Newark, New Jersey. So Star Ledger. I don't know nothing about no other paper. Y'all niggas got your own paper? Why y'all don't just read the Star Ledger?
Have a good day, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is how dumb you are. When you're blind and deaf, brother, brother Gerard asks, and when you deaf, dumb, and blind, this is the way you think you a little kid. Why y'all niggas don't just, like, the only paper we supposed to read is the Star Ledger.
Right.
Hell, I didn't even know about the Daily News, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, whatever. My whole world was Newark.
Right.
So the paper is Star Ledger.
Right.
These niggas got their own paper. You got two niggas on the paper.
Right.
Reaching across the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
Ain't no white folks. What you doing with niggas on a newspaper?
Come on,
Man, I don't want that.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Self-hatred.
And it's talking about Islam. I don't want that.
Right.
I remember one time my grandmother sent me to the store around the corner, and I was on my way back, and there was a brother there was a bar on 11th Avenue. I lived on South 8th Street between 11th Avenue and 12th Avenue. So, and it was 136. That's where I lived. Well, it was halfway, about 3/4 of the way down the block from 12. 1/4 of the way up from 11. So to walk down, turn right, about halfway down the block is a bar.
Right.
The store I was going to was on the corner of South 7th Street and 11th Avenue.
Okay.
So I'm going there to get whatever she sent me to the store to get. I'm a little kid. I'm on my way back. It's a FOI standing at the bar. He sells me a Muhammad Speaks. I didn't want to buy it, but you know how the Muslim, how the fruit was. You know what I mean?
Run up on him, you get
that
paper.
Yeah. I'm trying to not buy the paper. He finesses me into buying it. So I gave him the little 15 cents or whatever it costs.
Right.
You know, I go home. I remember walking in the house with that Muhammad Speaks. It wasn't pretty. So I I knew that this paper was not something I was supposed to have. Now, you weren't supposed to buy that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, see, we was them hog-eating Christian Jesus niggas. I walked in the house with that Muhammad speech.
Oh, hell, go.
Now, keep in mind, the grandmother, my mother's mother, who was tripping about the fact that I bought that paper, had a sister that lived right across the street and 2 houses down. You following me?
Mm-hmm.
Sir?
My grandmother, my mother's mother, who was tripping about me buying that paper, had a sister, flesh and blood sister, same mama, same dad.
Mm-hmm.
You look right across the street, and the Fords was right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit to the right, but pretty much right across the street.
Right.
The next house, somebody else. The next house, somebody else. Maybe one other house, but maybe not.
Yeah, all right.
Now it's my mother's aunt.
Okay.
I don't know whether her name was just Sue or Susan. I don't know. But we called her Aunt Susu.
Okay.
All right? She had a husband named Sharif.
Yeah.
My mother grew up with an uncle, Uncle Sharif.
Muslim. Well, yeah.
Talk back to me. Now, do you think Uncle Sharif would have had a problem
No,
with the
sir.
Muhammad speech? By the time I bought that paper, my Uncle Sharif had long been dead. I never met him.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I never met him. He was dead by the time I knew that I existed. But bottom line is, Grandma was tripping about me buying that Muhammad speech. And the point that I'm making is how strange Muslims were to my little hog-eating Christian behind. So when I told people I didn't eat pork,
I already assumed, yeah.
and they asked me, was I a Muslim? I didn't react to that positively. I didn't just say, no. I'm like, no. I wanted to emphasize.
Right.
No, I don't eat pork, but I don't want you to think the reason is because I'm Muslim.
Right.
'Cause I ain't Muslim. I just don't eat pork.
Go ahead.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
The point I'm making about that is them 5 years of words not eating my brain
Go ahead.
is why as soon as Brother Keith showed me Matthew 17 or Matthew 5 verse 17,
Pulled you in.
right away I'm like, whoa!
Makes sense.
Come on. Yes, sir. Teach.
Now, watch this. When I'm 10 years old, that's 1972. So, when I was listening to Malcolm, he had already been dead 5 to 10 years.
Right.
But they playing his old speeches on the radio, NJR, WNJR, North.
No. I remember that.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right? So, this is 72. I said for 5 years I didn't eat, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, from 72, add 5 years to that. What's that?
72 plus 5 is going to be
77.
77, yeah.
I'm a freshman in high school now. It's 1977. That's when Mom took us back to the pig.
Okay.
I'm 15 years old now. Mom done took us back to the pig. Isn't it just a coincidence that it was in 72 when the
Stop.
Nation of Islam was at the peak of its power?
Right.
That's when, and you listening to old tapes of Malcolm,
Right.
that's when you take us off the pig? Coincidence, right? Coinky dink, Minister Alonzo. No, ain't no coinky dink. Is it a coinky dink that 1 year after Wallace Dean Muhammad turns the Nation of Islam into a circus, a freak show, 1 year after that, all of a sudden we can eat the pig again?
Wow.
That ain't no damn coincidence.
Not at all.
It was also during that 1972 period that my mother stopped taking me up Chancellor Avenue to a store called David Burr, where she used to get my clothes.
Yes, sir.
And I think my shoes too. I was one of them niggas wore them Buster Browns.
All right, we all had those.
I had to have them joints. A Muslim brother with a box truck that had clothes in it that the messenger was getting from Pakistan.
Go ahead.
My mother would take me out to the truck. He stopped there. I lived on the corner of Maple Avenue and Chancellor Avenue. 187 Chancellor Avenue. First floor. That's where I lived. He'd be coming up Chancellor Avenue selling. My mother would stop him. And she would bring me outside. And he had clothes and shoes and everything all in the truck. And she would buy me pants, maybe a shirt, but definitely pants and shoes.
Right.
I was wearing clothes from Pakistan as a little boy that I bought from an FOI,
Yes, sir.
because, Mom was into the black conscious thing.
Right.
She was a Martin Luther King woman, but she always told me, anybody put their hands on you,
Go ahead.
you better handle your business,
Yeah.
because if you don't handle it with them, I'm going to handle mine with you. I remember some little tough guy nigga was messing with me, and I was trying to avoid fighting him, and my mom found out, and she was like, what? Come on. And took me downstairs to fight this little nigga. Hey, she wasn't playing that. You don't let nobody punk you.
Right.
You hear me talking?
Real, bro.
So I'm about to hit this nigga everywhere but under his shoes, because Mom watching.
Right.
He punked out. Mom was like, go ahead, fight. You want to fight my son? Come on. Fight him. I squared off on the nigga. He didn't want to fight then. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
See, that was Malcolm.
Right.
See, niggas want to take what I'm not calling my mother no nigga,
Right.
but niggas want to take what they want from Malcolm, meaning what they want from the Nation of Islam, leave the rest alone. So to fight with those who fight with you, we with that.
Right.
Don't eat the filthy pig, we with that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Be proud to be a black man. I grew up on say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I grew up where we in the streets in Newark and we like slap me five
Right.
on the black man's side.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yep.
So the black conscious part, we're going to accept that part. But that Muslim religion,
We ain't said right.
that do for self, support your own people in business, accept that part. But we're going to leave that Islam part alone.
Right.
So I'm running around wearing clothes from Pakistan that I bought from a black man with the conscience. So she's instilling within me,
Right.
support your own people in business.
Right.
What she doesn't realize is she's preparing me to become a FOI later on in life.
Go ahead.
Because all this black consciousness and black militants, my mother, grandmother, sisters, we coming up. Look here. Saturday afternoon, everybody is getting their hair done. You got the gas stove with the fire coming up
Straight to
and the straightening comb, the hot comb, laying in the fire.
Yep. And grease the pork.
Look, you got the pork grease
Yep.
in whatever
Jar
container that is in,
And they were lined up, brother.
and whoever's getting their hair done, grandmother might be doing my mother's hair,
Right.
my mother might be doing my sister's hair,
Yep.
or either one of them my mother might be doing my grandmother's hair.
Yep.
But them black power fists minding their own damn business. Then you take and you part the hair, take a big finger full of grease,
Throw it on.
throw it on the damn hair.
House be stinking.
The house stank like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I remember them days, but yes, sir.
Take the hot comb out the fire,
Yep.
and you can hear the hair cooking.
Cooking, yep.
And before you know it, that afro
Yep, then turn
is
it
straight.
straight, down.
Then you got the curlers.
Yeah. I'll roll them up, yeah.
Yeah, you got the little curlers. Some of them big,
Some small.
some of them small.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Curlers in your hair, shame on you. Curlers in the bed, shame on you. Right? I grew up doing this time. So, curl her hair, take a bobby pin, stick it in the curler. Now you got a head full of curlers. Then you take the plastic bag and the hair bag and put that on the hair.
All night, but I remember.
Now they sleeping with that all night.
Yep.
Then Sunday morning, it's time to take the curlers out.
Oh man, everybody rushing around the house, take it off.
Yeah, take the curlers out.
Yeah, roll
Now
it
you
in
got
it.
the curls just sitting there. Now it's time to style the hair.
Yeah.
What's all that? To go to church.
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is when we still eating pork.
Okay.
Right around the time we come off the pig, all of a sudden now, they not frying their hair no more. Everybody got afros now.
Right. Different era.
Mom rocking her afro.
Yep.
Grandma rocking
Yep.
her afro. My sister rocking her afro. Everybody got fros now.
Everybody, black conscience, that's right.
See,
Yep. Blowouts. Yeah, there you go get the kids.
See, you're preparing me to accept Islam. So when I already am in Islam, already in it,
Sure.
for almost 10 years, and I hear Khaled talking about that hair, man, I'm on fire. Like, go ahead. Because, see, I remember when the women in my family got off that straight hair
that's why.
and started wearing them black power fists. Talk black to me. So we take what we want, the black consciousness, the black pride. You know, I'm wearing an afro, of course, myself, and I got at first I'm wearing the regular pick, the afro pick.
Yes, sir.
Then I get the afro pick that got the fist.
Come on.
The handle of the pick got a fist.
Yes, sir.
So I'm walking around with an afro pick in my pocket, and it got a fist sticking out the pocket on the handle. See, all of this, that wasn't Garvey, that wasn't Noble Drew,
Go ahead.
that was Malcolm.
Go ahead. See.
So I learned black history as a result of being introduced to Islam as taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad with a Louis Farrakhan spin on it. Talk back to me.
See.
And the purpose that I always studied black history for was looking for evidence in the black history that niggas will accept. Looking for the evidence in it to support my religious belief system that I knew they wouldn't accept. Y'all following me so far?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So of course, Brother Keith takes me to, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, for I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Matthew 5:17.
Yes, sir.
Maybe some are 18, but definitely 17.
Yes, sir. Teach.
So right away, I got 5 years worth of worms that ain't in my head.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Teach.
I got 16 years of worms. The first 10,
Right.
and then the next 6. But in between the first 10 and the last 6 is 5 years, no worms.
Go ahead. Teach.
So it's easy for me to see.
That's significant.
How in the hell? And my main man was Reverend Frederick K.C. Price, Crenshaw Christian Church. That was my nigga.
Yes, sir.
That's who I learned that we was under grace from. We not under the law. We under grace.
Great.
He's the one that hit me to Melchizedek.
Come on.
Because the reason he was talking about the verses that say we're no longer under law, we're under grace, because he was teaching the importance of paying tithes.
Right. Right.
And there were Christians who were saying you don't have to pay tithes because paying tithes is under the law. We're not under the law, we under grace.
Right.
So if you ain't paying your tithes, so what? And he wanted to disprove that.
Right.
So the way he disproved that was going into the Bible and showing how Abraham paid tithes to Melchizedek.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
There was no law then,
Go ahead. Teach.
so paying tithes is not just law.
Come on.
So yes, we should continue to pay tithes. So as a Christian, I pay tithes because Reverend Price showed that even though we're under grace and not under the law, paying tithes was something Abraham did to Melchizedek when there was no damn law.
Was no. Come on. Teach.
But what Frederick Price didn't know is he was preparing me to accept Islam too.
Go ahead.
Because when I studied question number 5 in lesson number 1,
Yes, sir.
why did we take Jerusalem from the devil? How long ago?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And it says Jerusalem is a name given by the Jews, which means founded in peace.
Yes, sir.
But it was first built
Come on.
by the original man,
Yes, sir.
which was called Jebus, also Solomon Ire.
Come on. Yes, sir.
So I'm like, wait a minute. You got this dude, Melchizedek, who was a high priest, Jerusalem,
Right.
before it was called Jerusalem.
Come on. Yes, sir. Teach.
And Abraham paid tithes to him. Anybody listening? See, you're supposed to be going from Adam,
Yes, sir.
Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Moses, all the way down to other prophets to Jesus,
Yes, sir.
meaning Jew, Christian. But Melchizedek was before Moses.
Come on.
He was even before Abraham.
Teach. Teach.
And you thinking Abraham was a Jew, that's what you thinking when you's a hog-eating, dumb Christian nigga. But Abraham is paying tithes to Melchizedek.
Teach. That's right.
Well, what the hell was Melchizedek's religion?
Go ahead. Good question.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
So when I accept Islam, that's a question that's asked. Well, what was it? What was Melchizedek's religion?
Right.
I'm like, damn.
Come on. Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Teach.
So you're proving to me that God's religion is not Jew, God's religion is not Christian, because there was this cat named Melchizedek that Abraham, who I thought was a Jew, paid tithes to.
Come on.
What the hell was his religion?
That's right. Teach.
It was God's religion. That's why Abraham paid tithes to him.
Come on now.
But it wasn't a Jewish religion.
That's right.
It wasn't a Christian religion.
That's right. Teach. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then there's scripture that says, that links Jesus with Melchizedek. I forget the exact scripture now, but it says something like, just like they say Jesus is the second Adam, it says something to the effect that he is like a high priest after the order of Melchizedek.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Anybody that don't believe me, do a search in your Bible and put after the order of Melchizedek,
Right.
and you'll probably find it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all listening?
Go ahead.
See, all of this was preparing me to accept Islam.
Come on. Teach.
I ain't no Muslim for no damn reason. I'm a Muslim for plenty of reasons.
Yes, sir. Teach.
I was being pointed in the direction of Islam at various points in my life. All right. So I look, and when I see, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, the first thing come to my mind is, well, hold up, wait a minute. Then why the hell why have I been taught that we're not under the law? That Jesus broke the curse of the law. Here, this Muslim dude is showing me that Jesus said he didn't come to do away with the law. He came to fulfill it.
Come on.
I'm like, well, damn. Now I'm pissed
Right.
because I've been misled. All right. Then he continues down. For verily, verily, I say unto you, that until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot
Yes, sir.
or one tittle
Yes, sir.
shall in no wise pass from the law. Head exploding again.
Yes, sir.
Because that totally crushes the lie that we're no longer under the law. Jesus said as long as there's a heaven and earth, we under it.
We under that law. Go ahead. That's right. Teach. Teach.
All of it.
Yes, sir.
Because ain't a jot or tittle gonna pass from it.
Come on.
Then, as if my head wasn't blown off enough, we go on to the next verse.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, whosoever shall break one
Yes, sir.
of the least
Yes, sir.
of these commandments,
Come on.
and shall teach men so. Meaning every one of you pork chops and chitlin niggas teaching people to eat pork and eating it your damn self. Jesus said the same shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall keep these commandments and shall teach men so.
Yes, sir.
That would be us Muslim ministers.
Come on. Go ahead.
We keep that law and we preach that law.
Come on.
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Teach. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, well, what the hell is, what? What big decision do I have to make? I'm out the church.
Yes, sir.
I'm joining the Muslims.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's just that damn simple. I'm joining the Muslims. Why? Because this Muslim barber has used the Bible that I do accept
Yes, sir.
to prove that what his message to the black man and his holy Quran teaches that I don't accept is true,
Yes, sir.
so I should accept it.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For the first 3 years that I was a Muslim, I studied Islam taught Islam exclusively from the Bible.
Come on, teach.
The Quran scared me. Just like the problem book 42 years later still scares me. I don't mess with the problem book. That's my weakness. That's where, if you want to know where Minister Eric is weak, I just told you. I don't mess with the problem book. I didn't mess with the Quran because the Quran was like that. I just looked at it. It's a tough book. First of all, you open up the Holy Quran and you see this Arabic next to it. That's enough to scare the hell out of you right there. When you're new to Islam. That's enough to scare the hell out of you. Then you got the English translation right next to it. So it looks strange. You ain't never seen nothing like this before. The Arabic, the image of the Arabic sitting next to the English makes you think that this is some strange, exotic, like really, really, like brainish type of thing. Like you're not smart enough to be reading this. If it was just English and no Arabic, you would think you're smart enough to read it. But when you see the Arabic next to the English, you think you're not smart enough to read this. So you don't read it.
Oh, don't forget the commentary too.
And then the commentary too? So I'm like, oh man. So I didn't use the Quran. Because also I knew what nobody gonna pay no attention to what I said from the Quran anyway. He didn't use the Quran to teach me. So I don't need the Quran to teach other people. First 3 years, nothing but Bible. And I was teaching Islam hard as hell. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I told this story before too. The only reason I ever read the Quran is because I married a sister. And I wanted her to be well read like me. She wasn't working, but I was. So I told her, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars for every book that you read. And I started her on the same books that I had read. She chose the Quran. I didn't tell her to read no Quran. I wasn't reading it my damn self. She picked the Quran as one of the books that I was going to pay her to read. And I'm looking at her like, now this woman is 6 years younger than I am. I done just married this woman. She 18. I'm 24. I ain't messing with the Quran. I'm scared of the Quran. The Quran chasing me through the house. I come home from work, make sure the Quran ain't around before I come in the house. I'm scared of the Quran. She's talking about she's going to read the Quran. I couldn't conceive of reading the whole Holy Quran. This is 1986. 87 maybe. All right? No, 86. I couldn't conceive of this. So she starts reading it. She's the one who told me. I didn't know this. She's the one who told me that the way you read it is it's separated into 30 parts. You read one part a day for 30 days. You finish the whole book. So I'm looking at her like she crazy. Like, listen, I'm the big Muslim man. I ain't done it. So in my mind, I'm thinking she can't do it. Bruh, when she got up to part 14, and I could see she was going to finish it, and I knew she was going to beat me, you going to have a status in the temple that I don't have? I'm like, oh, hell and started reading it. And I said to myself, well, she's going to beat me because she's like halfway through. But at least I'm going to be able to say that I did it too. She messed around and got to the 20s and fell off. You hear me, bro? She messed around and got to the 20s and fell off. And I was like, and I kept going. And I caught up to her, and I passed her, and I finished before she did. That's how I got into the Holy Quran. And I loved it so much that I started doing it every year. At first, I would read it every December for Ramadan. Until I became a true follower of the messenger. And I stopped reading it in December. Because it wasn't Ramadan. That's why I just read the whole thing last month. Because I'm like, I'm not doing this in December. To read the Holy Quran for the month of December is like giving credence to the whole December's Ramadan. No, I'm not doing it. I'll do it after December. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm doing like Brother Lieutenant. If I read anything for the month of December, I'm reading Message to the Black Man. Talk black to me. Okay. Now, I'm telling you about the time now. I know you think I'm not, but I'm telling you about the time. What time? The hour.
Yes, sir.
An hour starts and an hour ends. Before the hour ain't the hour yet. Once the hour is done, it ain't the hour no more, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay. The hour is nigh. Why was I being introduced to black history? Why? If you look at how I was being introduced to it, you see the why I was being introduced to it. Why had I not been introduced to it already? Because it wasn't the time.
Go ahead.
The white race was given time
Yes, sir. That's right.
to rule us. They were given power. They were given dominion. They were given authority to rob us of a knowledge of self.
That's right.
The white man being given power to rule the black man meant that the black man was put to sleep to allow the white race to rule.
Deep.
The black man was put to sleep.
Yes, sir. Come on.
The black man was put to sleep in order to allow the white man to rule. The white man can't rule a wide-awake black man.
Okay.
The only way the white man can rule us is for us to be asleep.
Sleep.
So I was asleep to the knowledge of myself
Yes, sir.
in the 1960s.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because up until 1914, the white man had the authority to keep me asleep
Come on.
to my black history.
Yes, sir. Teach.
But after 1914,
Teach.
the white man's time to keep us asleep to our history was up. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But the white man was given a grace period, not for him benefit so much. But a grace period, a period of grace, that's the grace
That's the great.
that you Christians are really under.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Go ahead.
The white man was given a period of grace, meaning we're not killing you just yet. The period of grace was to allow us
Yes, sir.
to be introduced first and re-educated into the knowledge of self.
Yes, sir.
Why? To separate us from the white man so there'd be a direct shot at the white man and to qualify us to join back on to the black man.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
In other words, here we are, black kittens kidnapped by white dogs from the cat litter,
Yes, sir.
taken to the dog pound, where we are the slaves of the white dog in the dog pound.
Yes, sir.
We don't say meow anymore. We don't speak meow. We speak bow wow.
Whoop, whoop.
We don't eat tuna fish no more. We eat dog biscuits. We don't love cats anymore. We chase cats now. Talk black to me. We don't purr and do all kinds of things that cats do anymore. Now we sit, we roll over. We do the things that dogs do. The dog was given 6,000 years. The white dog given 6,000 years to rule the black cat like that.
Go ahead.
But now the time is up.
Go ahead.
It's time to kill the white dog. It's time to destroy the dog pound.
Yes, sir.
But there are black cats in it.
Mm. You're acting like a dog.
The God who's going to destroy the dog pound and kill the dogs in it is a black cat.
Come on. That's right.
So the black cats that's in the dog pound are going to get killed by another black cat. That cat does not want to kill cats.
Right.
He has to separate the black cats that he loves
Yes, sir.
from the white dogs that he hates.
Yes, sir.
He has to get those black cats back to the cat litter.
Yes, sir. Come on.
He's got to stop them from bow wowing and start them meowing. He got to get them off of bones and dog biscuits and put them back on Tweety birds and tuna fish.
Fish. Come on.
The only way to do that
Yes, sir.
is to undo the mental conditioning that the white dog has done to them. That takes time.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not going to kill you white dogs yet because I'm coming after my black cats.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to teach them the knowledge of self. I'm going to re-catify them. I'm going to de-dogify them.
Come on. Yes, sir.
And once I get them de-dogified enough, re-catified enough to convince them to separate from you, I now can put them back with other black cats and they fit.
Right. Right.
But I now can kill you white dogs without killing my black cats.
Yes, sir. See.
So I'm going to give a certain amount of time for this process to be done.
Yeah. Great spirit.
I'm going to choose one of the black cats as my representative.
Come on.
I'm going to de-dogify him.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to recatify him.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have him up under me for 3 years and 4 months.
Come on.
And I'm going to make him my messenger to the other black cats.
Yes, sir. See.
And through him, I'm going to reintroduce black cat history to the black cats who have had their history kept from them by the white dog.
Come on. See.
Are you listening to me? All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. See.
So little foul-mouthed, nasty attitude having cats like Eric Muhammad, they're going to end up getting the knowledge of their black history.
Come on.
Why? Because it's time now. It's time now. That's why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said the white man knows when he sees black people coming or going back into Islam, changing their names from his Christian names to their Islamic names. He knows that that's God that is causing that to happen. He knows it. So teaches the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, the white man knew the prophecy that we didn't know. Here you go with that Muslim talking. No. Listen to me. Thomas Jefferson said that I'm paraphrasing. Thomas Jefferson said that he feared for America. This is a founding father of America who owned slaves.
Right.
He said that he feared for the future of America when he thought that God's justice cannot sleep forever.
Right. Make that claim.
And the particular justice he was talking about was the justice white people were denying black people by enslaving black people.
Right.
He said that God's justice was such that it was going to bring about a reverse that would raise the black man up and pull the white man down. He said it. So when I say that the messenger said, Elijah Muhammad said, that the white man know God is doing this. That ain't just my religious belief system. Thomas Jefferson said it. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So all this knowledge that begins with Assalamu alaikum and explaining to you that Arabic is the black man's language, but you find Assalamu alaikum in the white man's Bible, in the white man's language, Genesis 43:23, St. Luke 24:36, St. John 20:19, St. John 20:21. Are you listening? The words, peace be unto you, you find in all those scriptural references. And there's many others, but we're just dealing with those. So Assalamu alaikum is the black man's language. The white man tells you it's an Afro-Asiatic language. Afro mean us. Asia mean us too. But you won't accept Asiatic unless you're a Nation of Islam or Moorish Science Temple. Unless you Elijah or Noble Drew, you won't accept Asiatic. You only accept African. Okay, the white man says Arabic belongs to the language family of Afro. Asiatic. So I say, you translate Assalamu alaikum from the Afro black man's language of Arabic to the white man's language of English, peace be unto you. Black history. You take when I teach that as Muslim belief system. I'm teaching you black history.
Come on.
But you ignore the black history aspect of what I'm saying. You only deal with the Muslim rhetoric, Muslim belief system. As-salam alaikum is something that was being said before Prophet Muhammad.
Come on.
So what the hell are you talking about?
That's right. That's right. See.
Arabic is an Afro-Asiatic language. So is Hebrew. So is Aramaic. Afro-Asiatic. But English is an Indo-European language. I'm teaching you black history.
Yes, sir.
If the prophet Joseph in Genesis said to his brothers, "Peace be unto you," in the Afro-Asiatic language of Hebrew, I said if, then what was he? He wasn't no Indo-European man, or he wouldn't have been speaking a Afro-Asiatic language. If he was an Indo-European man and speaking an Afro-Asiatic language, what that say? That means he was like us. You one thing, but you under the influence of something else. So you either a white man under the influence of the black man, or you a black man yourself. Either one is a win for us and an L for them. Talk black to me. Jesus himself. White man say he spoke Aramaic. Well, is that a white language, meaning Indo-European? No. It's a black language, Afro-Asiatic. So what was Jesus? He must have been an Afro-Asiatic man. Talk black to me. Doesn't the scripture say he's the seed of David and the root of Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't Solomon his son?
Yes, sir.
Didn't Solomon say to the daughters of Jerusalem, "I'm black but comely"?
Black but comely.
So ain't no way Solomon black
Right.
but comely,
But comely.
meaning I'm a pretty nigga.
Come on.
That's what I'm black but comely mean.
Yes, sir.
I'm black, but I'm a pretty nigga.
Come on.
That's how a black man talk to the daughters of Jerusalem when he trying to get some rhythm.
Yes, sir.
Because women are silly like that. And you come with that heavy rap, they go for it. Girl, I stick my finger in the ground and make the whole world go round.
Come on. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Oh, you know, you got them lame raps that we come up with.
Yes, sir.
Then their eyes go to blinking, and next thing you know, you got them.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm so glad I was never like that. I ain't got no rap. Don't want none. My cards get on the table. Yo, this is what it is. What's up?
Yes, sir.
Trying to rap to you? The hell out of here. You dumb enough to go for some rap, I don't want you anyway.
See. See.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Where did they take Jesus when they wanted to hide him? Africa.
Yes, sir.
How the hell you gonna hide a non-African baby among an African population?
Tough.
He's already someplace that's heavily populated by non-Africans.
Right.
And the non-Africans that are the population of the area, the dominant population of the area, they want to kill him.
Yes, sir.
So you take him from there to Africa?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you take him to Europe?
Good question.
Because his African behind would have stuck out like a sore thumb among Europeans.
Yes, sir. See.
But if you take him to Africa, he blends right in.
Go ahead.
Another evidence he's a black man. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In the Catholic Church, there are several places where they have the images of the black Madonna and child.
Yes, sir.
Why do white Catholics have black Madonnas and black baby Jesuses? because they know the real deal.
Yes, sir, that's right.
Talk back to me. Okay. Different evidences that Jesus is black. When Jesus was taken to Egypt, the Bible says, so it would be fulfilled, out of Africa or out of Egypt have I called my son. Egypt is Africa. Talk back to me. What you mean out of Egypt have I called my son? The literal translation of that is out of the land of the black and burned-skinned people have I, God, called my son. You mean to tell me the Son of God is called by God from the people of Africa? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So untranslated, peace be unto you in the Bible. Put it back where it comes from. Take it from Indo-European back to Afro-Asiatic. What do you end up with? Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalam alaikum. Right or wrong? Talk back to me. Why that black history? Because the hour that was appointed by God to destroy the devil. What devil? The white man. Is nigh. And in order not to kill the oppressed black people, along with the oppressors, white people, time has to be allowed for white people to continue while efforts are made to re-educate and retrain black people so that they will separate from white people and be qualified to go back to black people. You ain't qualified to go back to Africa right now.
That's right.
Some of you dumb niggas are going to Ghana right now. You the same dumb nigga that you were before you went to Ghana. You done took your dumb self to Ghana as a white man's nigga. So you over in Ghana doing the white man's nigga garbage in Africa that you used to doing in America. And the Ghanaians, with their neo-colonized self, are stupid enough to allow you to bring that madness to their country. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But in Burkina Faso, we make like it's Ramadan. Alhamdulillah. In Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore is saying to the black women there, you ain't gonna be running around dressing crazy and being no damn fool here. You gonna carry yourself like you need to carry yourself as a woman. We don't want that foolishness in our country. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
That's the way it is about to be everywhere. You do realize, brother, you probably realize it more than me. There's a leaning taking place now of Ghana towards Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Yeah. There's a leaning now.
Yes, sir.
If the lean progresses enough, Ghana gonna fall right in with that Union of Sahelian States in Africa.
Yes, sir.
Then you American niggas who done went to Ghana,
Man,
you gonna have to tighten up.
come on. That's right.
Archie Bell in the dress. Tighten up. Oh, yeah. You're going to have to tighten up. You're going to have to tighten up. I know I'm stupid. You're going to have to tighten up.
Come on.
You're getting away with being a nigga in Ghana because the Ghanaians are largely niggas.
Yes, sir. Come on.
But the more Ghana becomes more of itself,
Right.
you're going to have to tighten up.
Come on.
Talk black to me.
That's right.
I don't want to go too deep. But they're trying to kill Traore because the black revolutionary fire that he got burning in Burkina Faso is threatening to burn all of West Africa up.
Oh, that's right.
And it's rich in gold.
Man.
And that's just one of the precious metals.
Yes, sir.
That's just one of the priceless commodities that it's rich in.
Teach.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The white man can't afford for Ghana to fall like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso.
Sir.
Togo is already saying they're getting on board.
Yes, sir.
Morocco,
Morocco talking about.
punk, peckerwood, faggot Morocco. Morocco.
Come on. They trying to get down.
Brother, Morocco has agreed to provide Burkina Faso with sea access.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I got you.
Do you see the problem here?
Come on.
If you a silly Negro who can't think about nothing but rap music,
Right. Yes, sir.
sports figures,
Yes, sir.
the type of nigga stupidness, video games that we love so much, if you can't think outside of that, you're not able to understand what a super serious problem it is for somebody like Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso to be given sea access for trade
Yes, sir.
by a country like Morocco.
Yes, sir.
Morocco is so far up the behind of Europe and America, it's ridiculous. Morocco has normalized relations with damn Israel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now, if you're that much a punk,
Yes, sir.
that you normalize relations with Israel, and the only reason you're doing that is for the benefits of friendship with America.
Right.
Friendship, look, normalized ties with Israel gets doors open to you by America.
Yes, sir.
America ain't trying to stomp you out as long as you make friends with Israel.
Got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When one of your punk Muslim countries
Yes, sir.
start leaning towards a revolutionary African Muslim country,
Go ahead.
that's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's a serious problem. And you look at Traore, he reminds you of Khaled.
Go ahead.
He always dressed in his military,
Come on.
fatigues and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Looked like Khaled in his. He got the beret on and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is an African Khaled. You don't want West Africa turning into anything like that. Are you listening to me?
No.
The resource-rich area of West Africa, the white man cannot afford to lose. And Traore is making all of the punk, peckerwood-loving, peckerwood-fearing white man's nigger leaders He making them all look like the faggots that they are. And that's a problem. And so they trying to kill him and take over his country like they did Libya.
Come on, that's right.
And you got protests erupting all over the place in support of this black man. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because the hour is nigh. The way I see it, and this is just me, you don't have to take this at all. This Eric running his mouth. The way I see it is this. Allah, God, Master Farad Muhammad, is preparing the ground back home in Africa to receive us.
Go ahead.
He's preparing it. And the more prepared that it gets, the less you will be able to go over there without Islam.
Come on.
See, right now you think you don't need Islam to go back home. Allah has started a fire that's going to make it necessary for you to be Islam before you can go back home. You can talk that Afrocentric talk all the hell you want. Talk black to me. There's an African Islamic revolution
Go ahead.
that has been lit. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You already have, due to the genocide that is being perpetrated by Israel, you already have a Middle East that's on fire. Right now, El-Sisi in Egypt is able, he's got the fire contained. Right now in Bahrain, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, in the United Arab Emirates, in Lebanon, in Syria, in various areas there in the Middle East, the leaders of these countries have the fire, the Islamic revolutionary fire. They have it contained. It's lit, it's burning, but it's contained.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me? Soon they won't be able to contain it. Soon they won't be able to contain it. If the war in Ukraine is not slowed down, it could set something off that will reduce the power of both Russia and America. Anything that reduces America's power reduces Israel's power.
Go ahead.
Anything that reduces Israel's power fires up the Islamic revolution in the Middle East. Is anybody listening?
Yes, sir.
It takes America's power backing Israel in order to keep the Islamic revolutionary fire that's burning in the Middle East from consuming everything. How? Because in order to keep that fire from consuming everything, you keep Israel militarily capable of containing it. You keep puppet leaders of those areas who will work for Israel. You keep those leaders in power over their populations. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Without America's ability to prop up Israel, the leaders of those Muslim countries that are the punks of Europe and America on behalf of Israel, they can't keep those fires contained. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The population of the Middle East wants to lay Israel across a plate and put some carrots and celery and onions around them crackers and have them for dinner. We're going to have what's Israel. But America has her puppet Muslim leaders and Europe in these countries to keep their population contained. If America's power is reduced by the war in Ukraine, if she don't stop messing with Yemen, I mean, there are too many moves on the chessboard. Right now, it's check. But it's not checkmate. But it's check. There are several moves that if America or Israel make, it's game over. And it's only a couple of moves left before there will be no other moves but checkmate. Game over. Done. The point that I'm making is the world is being shaped and moved in such a way that there will be no America, there will be no Europe, there will be no Israel. You will have to give the white man up. You will have to go, as the scripture says, back to your own. But you ain't going no black smoking, blunt smoking, liquor drinking, booty shaking, goddamn porch monkey nigger. You ain't going like that. You going with assalamu alaikum. You going with all praises due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, or you going down in a lake of fire with the white man. Period. And I talk to you the way I talk to you because I'm the boss, nigga. I don't have to persuade you. I don't have to, make sure I watch my mouth when I talk to you so you'll like me and join up. You come in whether you want to or not. I got the steering wheel in my hands, buddy. I ain't worried about you. You are about to be black boot stomped here. So I don't have to beg you to come. You can keep these chairs empty only so long as Allah allows you to. You coming. But the thing is, when you come, the chairs won't be here. We won't be here.
That's different.
You're going to be knocking at the damn door and we won't be here. Talk back to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this is legend or not. But I was told that there's going to come a time when the registration process is going to be so quick. Because there ain't going to be no time for you to register the way we registering now. Right. It's going to be so critical that it's going to be something similar to taking Shahara with the Sunnis. Wow. It's going to have to be a real rapid process. Because you're going to have to get the hell up out of here and into Islam quick, fast, in a damn hurry.
Wow.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now let me close out. Here we go. Ever since Brother Shaheed fixed the damn podium, I got the slip and slide up here, bro. I gotta watch how I put things up here because it just fall right off.
Fast, too.
I'm trying to tell you.
As soon as you put it up there, it's on the
As soon as you put it up there, it's on the floor. Now let me take you to the Quran that you won't accept. Holy Quran, chapter 22, Al-Hajj, in Arabic, the pilgrimage, in English. Revealed at Mecca, 78 verses. Okay, I wanted to see when it was revealed. It was near the last of the 13 years. It's a late Meccan revelation, meaning
Okay.
between the 10th and the 13th year.
Yes, sir.
All right. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. O people. What did I just say, Brother Gerard X?
In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, O people.
O people. Does it say, O you who believe?
No, sir. No, sir. It said, O people. Okay.
See, Brother Gerard had been not eating hog long enough to catch that just like that.
Yes, sir.
It does not say, O you who believe.
That's right.
When the Quran or Allah through Muhammad wants to talk to the Muslims,
Yes, sir.
it says, O you who believe.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. That's right.
That's not what this says.
O you people.
This says, O people.
Yes, sir. O people.
Afrocentrics, this talking to you. Hebrews, this talking to you. Christians, this talking to you.
Committed scientists.
Chemetics, this talking to you. I don't give a damn what you are other than Muslim.
Right.
This is talking to you. Oh, people. Are any of you watching not people? Or is all y'all niggas people?
Come on.
If any of you Peckerwoods is watching, you people too, ain't you?
People too. Go ahead.
Damn. Oh, people.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Keep your duty to your Lord.
Ain't no different Lord. If it's got a Quran, there's no
That
different
means get religious.
Lord. Yes, sir.
Give a damn what you think about no cotton picking religion.
Yes, sir.
Keep your duty to your Lord. You better get damn religious. Now I'm going to go to another verse. In the same Quran.
That last verse came from chapter Hajj, correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go to chapter 30 and start with verse 11. Allah originates the creation, then reproduces it. Then to him you will be returned. And the day when the hour comes, the guilty will despair. What does despair mean? Oh, damn.
You're right.
That's what despair means.
Correct.
When are the guilty going to despair? Before the hour? No, the day when the hour comes. Okay. And they will have no intercessors, meaning no defenders.
That's right.
They will have no intercessors from among their associate gods, and they will deny their associate gods. And the day when the hour comes, that day they will be separated one from the other. One what from the other what? The guilty are going to be separated from their associate gods. Meaning, whoever you following behind instead of keeping your duty to your Lord. Meaning, you dumb young niggas who go behind rappers instead of prophets and messengers. You make your decisions based on what rappers say, not what God says through his prophets and his messengers. So, some of you niggas, Lil Wayne is an associate God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Killer Mike
That's right.
is an associate God.
That's that.
T.I. is an associate God.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Future, an associate God.
Yes, sir.
Young Thug is an associate God.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
What you mean an associate God? You associate your favorite rappers as a God besides Allah. So that Allah says one thing, Young Thug say something else, Future say something else, 2 Chainz say something else, this nigga, that goddamn nigga saying something else. I'm about to break this podium too.
Yes, sir.
And instead of you doing what God says through his prophets, you damn nigga, you do what the rappers say. Because they are a God besides Allah. You follow them the way you should follow Allah.
Go ahead. That's right.
But you're going to be separated from them when the hour takes place.
Go ahead. Teach.
And you're going to deny them when the hour takes place.
Go ahead.
You're going to deny them. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And they're going to deny you.
Right. Right.
They're going to say, as the Quran says they're going to, that it ain't their fault that you got
Right.
effed up in the game following them.
Right.
You're going to deny them by blaming them for you being in the condition that you're in.
Yes, sir. Teach.
Talk back to me. All right. And the day when the hour comes, that day they will be separated one from the other. Then as to those who believed and did good. That would be us. As to those who believed and did good, they will be made happy in a garden. And as for those who disbelieved and rejected our messages and the meaning of the hereafter, they will be brought to chastisement. Y'all all right? So glory be to Allah when you enter the evening and when you enter the morning, and to him be praise in the heavens and the earth and in the afternoon and when the sun declines. He brings forth the living from the dead and brings forth the dead from the living and gives life to the earth after its death, and thus will you be brought forth. And of his signs, meaning, since you doubt what I just read, there are signs from him that what I just read is true, that you can look at, and if you just be honest, you'll agree. Of his signs is this, that he created you from dust. Then lo, you are mortals who scatter. And of his signs is this, that he created mates for you from yourselves, that you might find quiet of mind in them. And he put between you love and compassion. Surely there are signs in this for a people who reflect. Who do you think for the black woman? Pardon me for being a nigga right now, but when you see that fat behind in them tight jeans and them thick legs and them nice girls and all the other stuff that make a nigga black man go, damn, who do you thank for that? Lil Wayne didn't do that. The black woman comes from God, my nigga. That's where she got that 36, 24, 36 from. That don't come from no rapper. That don't come from no ball game. That don't come from no other source but God. That's a gift of God. Talk black to me. Niggas is stupid over what? Money and women. And the only reason you so stupid about money is because you get more women the more money you got. It's all about that woman. You say it's all about the Benjamins, but no, it's all about the, never mind. Everybody all right? Y'all ain't too mad at me, are you?
Yes, sir.
You get women from God. You don't get women from entertainment, from sports, from no other source but God. And the chemistry, the relationship that exists between male and female, God created that. Talk back to me.
Facts.
The reason a woman wants a man is because God put the desire for a woman or for a man in a woman.
That's right.
God put the desire in a man for a woman. For a man in a woman. For a woman in a man. God did that. You didn't get that from rap music, from no sports, from no source but God. That's a sign.
Yes, sir.
And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the diversity of your tongues and colors. Surely there are signs in this for the learned. No matter how much difference, meaning diversity, you find, all the differences come from one same source. That's a sign. All right. And of his signs is your sleep by night and by day, and your seeking of his bounty. Surely there are signs in this for a people who would hear. And of his signs is this, that he shows you the lightning for fear and for hope, and sends down water from the cloud, then gives life therewith to the earth after its death. Surely there are signs in this for a people who understand. You bored yet? Just like you got earth that's dead. It's ugly, it's dead, ain't no life to it. That's a nigga. You ugly, you dead, and ain't no damn life to you. But just like in nature, there is a process, a natural process in nature, in creation, that causes a cloud to be raised up from somewhere else, brought to the area where the earth is ugly and dead and lifeless. Water drops down on it, sunlight shines on it, and then the earth starts producing life that's beautiful in appearance. That's what's going to happen to niggas. God comes and raises up a prophet or messenger. Like the sun raises up a cloud. God sends that messenger to a people, just like he drives the cloud over the earth. The cloud drops life-giving water on a dead, ugly ground. Just like a messenger drops jewels of knowledge and wisdom and understanding on a dead, ugly nigger. And just like the earth becomes full of life and beauty when you have the jewels of knowledge and wisdom and understanding dropped on you by God through a messenger of God, you start becoming a beautiful people that are full of life. It's a sign, damn it. Pay attention. And of his signs is this, that the heaven and the earth subsist by his command. Then when he calls you from the earth, lo, you come forth. And his is whosoever is in the heavens and the earth. All are obedient to him. And he it is who originates the creation, then reproduces it. And it is very easy to him. And his is the most exalted state in the heavens and the earth. And he is the mighty, the wise. He sets forth to you a parable relating to yourselves. Have you among those of your right hands possessed partners in that which we have provided you with, so that with respect to it you are alike? You fear them as you fear each other. Thus do we make the messages clear for a people who understand. You rich niggas that got all kinds of people that, work for you. You ain't equal with them. They not equal with you. You the boss. They work for you. Are you listening? Well, it's the same way when it comes to knowledge and wisdom. Some men are made to excel others. And those that are made to excel are to be the leaders, and the others are to follow and obey. Nay, those who are unjust follow their low desires without any knowledge. So who can guide him whom Allah leaves in error? And they shall have no helpers.
No help.
Now, this is the verse that I wanted to read. But I read all those other verses because all those other verses lead up to this verse. That's why this verse begins with the word so. Verse 30 begins with the word so. Because all the other verses I just read is what verse 30 means when it says so. Meaning, as the result or due to the fact of what these previous verses say. So, set thy face for religion. Why? I just read the verses why. Being upright. The nature made by Allah in which he has created men. There is no altering Allah's creation. That is the right religion, but most people know not. That is the what?
Right religion.
Oh, that's the right religion. But do most people know that?
No, sir.
Hell no. You know why? Because of his signs is this. Them people who don't know don't think. They take for granted. You benefit from rain your whole life, but you take rain for granted. That's why you don't look at the natural laws that bring clouds bearing rain over lands that are without water. They are given the water, and then they become life or alive and beautiful. Well, that's what happens when a prophet or messenger is raised among a people.
Go ahead.
Whenever a prophet or messenger is raised among a people, they dead, ugly, and stupid.
Go ahead.
But the knowledge, the revelation that the prophet gives them starts to beautify them.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
But there are always those who accept the messenger or prophet and those who reject. And there is always an hour that comes that separates the acceptors and the rejectors, where the acceptors are benefited, the rejectors are punished. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
This is the way it always happens.
Yes, sir.
We're in a period like that right now,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
where we who follow Elijah are going to be separated from you niggas that won't follow Elijah. We're going to get blessed.
Go ahead.
You going to get, let's just say something a little different. Because of this, verse 30 says, set your face for religion. Ain't nobody trying to hear you talking that stupid talk. Well, see, that's the problem with religion. That's what religion does. Shut up. Set your face for religion and shut your damn mouth.
They want to be spiritual.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Verse number 30 is saying the same thing that verse number 1 in Al-Hajj is saying. Keep your duty to your Lord. Why? Look at all those verses that I read in chapter 30 about the hour coming.
Yes, sir.
Now read this. Keep your duty to your Lord, surely the shock of the hour. There is something about this hour that's coming on this particular day that is shocking. Surely the shock of the hour is a grievous thing. The day you see it, the day you see it, meaning when niggas like Eric ain't screaming at their empty chairs to their cheap little phone cameras, making you think, who's he talking to? He can't even attract 10 people to his meetings. See, right now, this hour is something I'm screaming at my cameras in my empty room. You don't see it. You just hear me hollering about it and fussing about it. But the day you see it, meaning when it does happen right in front of your nigga eyes. Y'all okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. The day you see it, every woman giving suck. That means women that are breastfeeding will forget her suckling. And every pregnant one will lay down her burden. When this thing pop off, if you're pregnant, you're going to have a miscarriage. That's how serious, that's how much of a shock what you see is going to be. You either going to have a miscarriage or you're going to go into labor. One or the other. But you ain't going to stay pregnant. Now, the baby might not die, but you ain't going to stay pregnant. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And thou wilt see men as drunken. And thou wilt see men as drunken, yet they will not be drunken. Why are you going to perceive men that they drunk, but they not drunk? What makes a man that's not drunk seem drunk? All right now. But the chastisement of Allah will be severe. Something so bad is going to happen that it's going to make niggas look drunk even though they ain't drunk. Let me give you an example. When the towers came down, didn't the people in the very, very near vicinity of those towers coming down in New York, did they look drunk or did they look sober? A lot of them looked drunk. Depending on what they were being affected by, they looked drunk. But they weren't drunk. It was the explosion, the smoke, it was everything. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You see these movies and television when a blast goes off and people end up falling. You see when they first try to wake up and they try to get up and get their bearings under them. Don't they look drunk?
Yes, sir.
But they're not drunk. It's the effect of the blast. All right. And among men is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge and follows every rebellious devil. For him it is written that whoever takes him for a friend, he will lead him astray and conduct him to the chastisement of the burning fire. Oh people, if you are in doubt about the resurrection, what's the resurrection? That's when instead of the world being the wicked place that it is now, religious, righteous rule replaces wicked, evil rule. And the world becomes the kingdom of God. That's the resurrection. Now, if you doubt that there's a new world on its way in, where everybody gonna be righteous and ain't gonna be no wickedness going down. Everybody gonna obey God. If you doubt that, then surely we created you from dust, then from a small life germ, then from a clot, then from a lump of flesh, complete and made and incomplete, that we may make clear to you. Look at how you come to existence. Look at the power of God to start you from absolutely nothing, and by stage after stage after stage, bring you to perfection. And we cause what we please to remain in the wombs till an appointed time. What's that a sign of? We cause what we please to remain in the wombs. Ain't born yet, till an appointed time. Right. What you see me screaming about to my telephones in my empty room, Mr. and Mrs. Nigger, what you see me screaming about is in the womb. It hasn't been born yet. So, if you think about a baby being conceived, pregnancy, when you first become pregnant, you don't even know it.
That's right.
There is a force. It's Allah. You may not believe it's Allah, but there's a force going on in your woman's body, brother. There's something happening in her. You happened in her first. And you were not in control of what happened with you in her. You left 1 billion plus seeds in that woman. 1 billion plus. Unless you one of them low count niggas. Because you eat, drink, smoke, dope, and do all kinds of things that lower your count. You don't live right, so your count get low. But if you living right, it's 1 billion plus of your seeds in that woman. Hello? Only one of them is going to make it.
Go ahead.
And you didn't pick which one would.
That's right.
Somebody did, though. Who was that somebody? That was God. She couldn't stop it. So her egg gets fertilized. She doesn't even know it. When your seed fertilizes her egg, you don't know it. She don't know it.
She don't know it.
But Allah knows it.
Come on. That's right.
Accept it or reject it.
That's right.
Somebody know that baby is conceived.
Come on.
You know how we know that? Because once that egg is fertilized, you can see a definite purpose. There are various things that take place to make sure that that baby is safe and secure.
Come on. See.
Is anybody listening?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Once that baby is conceived, does it need food?
Yes, sir.
Does it need clothing?
Yes, sir.
Does it need shelter?
Yes, sir.
Nobody know the baby there.
Right.
But something is going on in the womb of that mother, because that new life that has been conceived, one of the first things it does is attach itself to the uterus.
Go ahead. Get food.
To make sure it's fed and it's sheltered now.
That's right.
That ain't just for food, brother, that's for shelter.
Come on, teach.
Because if it don't attach to the uterus, it'll pass out in the period.
Got it. Go ahead. Teach. Teach.
Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
So now it attaches itself to the uterus. And with the mother not even knowing it, it has a source of food, clothing, and shelter now. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Well, how does the egg know to do that? The mother didn't tell it to do it. That's nature.
Come on.
Anytime you're talking about nature, you're talking about God. Where does nature come from? The hell out of here. Finally, the woman finds out she's pregnant. Then the race is on. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Now, she can't decide that she gives birth to a fully developed baby 2 weeks later because she don't feel like dealing with this crap for 9 months. She has to wait. If she wants the baby to actually be born, she just got to wait. And you can tell that the time is appointed. The man can't decide, look, I want my son or my daughter in 3 months. Damn that 9. I need mine 3 months from now. You can't decide that, bro. She can't decide, listen, I was planning on going on vacation in December, and I'm 3 weeks pregnant, and it's October.
Right.
I ain't got time for this. I need to lay this burden down so I can go on my vacation. Nope. Not unless you get an abortion. If you want this baby, you gotta wait. Sorry. This baby ain't coming till like late June, July. You gotta wait.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me. That shows you that the time is set. Who said it? That's not accident. It's 40 weeks for everybody. If everything goes the way it's supposed to.
Yes, sir.
It's the same 40 weeks no matter what woman. Same 40 weeks. Same 9 months. So that lets you know that it was appointed, decided by somebody. Well, who is the somebody? As much sense as I'm making, niggas don't give a damn. But this verse is telling you, we, meaning Allah, we cause what we please to remain in the wombs till an appointed time. Just like when we start warning you of an hour that's coming. That hour coming is like a baby coming.
Right.
We cause that hour to remain in its womb. What womb? The womb of time.
Woo. Go ahead. Teach.
But there is an appointment for what is in the womb of time to be born. Meaning it's damn sure gonna happen. But while Eric is up there with his glasses on, talking to his empty chairs, that's the time it's still in the womb of time. But just like a baby eventually will be born, it will be born. That hour is definitely coming. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Then we bring you forth as babies, then that you may attain your maturity. And of you is he. Wait a minute, what you mean we bring you forth as babies, but you attain your maturity? Well, when a message is first revealed to a messenger, the affair of that message, meaning the results that are brought about by the message. When the message first starts getting taught, that's like a baby just being born. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
But just like a baby grows up and becomes mature, the maturation of that message, meaning when that message is established as the rule. See? It's just like a baby being made to attain its maturity. Another example. You come forth as babies and then you mature. Well, that's the same thing as being a dead nigger.
Right.
But just as Allah makes a baby mature into an adult, Allah makes a dead nigger mature into a righteous Muslim. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
When you are not following and obeying a messenger of God, you are spiritually and mentally a baby. But if you accept the message and develop yourself mentally and spiritually, you now mature as a human being. A mature human being is a Muslim. A non-Muslim is a immature human being. Your development is not great. You're underdeveloped. So you fornicate, you commit adultery, you lie, you cheat, you steal, you connive. Because spiritually, you're like an infant.
Yes, sir.
You're an underdeveloped human being. You so underdeveloped, you don't believe. You don't obey. You don't submit. That's what baby niggas do. And of you is he who is caused to die. Meaning, you may have been, as a society, as America kind of sort of once was. You may be a society that has a spiritual grounding. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
But next thing you know, church is no longer important to you like it used to be back in your great-great-grandmother's days. Now today, 4 or 5 generations after your great-great-great-grandmother, you don't give a damn about going to church. But in her days, it was all about the church.
Go ahead.
It was all about spirituality. Talk black to me. A whole lot of things that get done today could never have happened yesterday because there was too much religious grounding in the society. There was a time when women didn't wear mini skirts.
Right.
There was a time when women didn't wear split skirts, low-cut blouses, had their hair all out, looking crazy and savage and slutty. There was a time right in America when you wouldn't be able to look at a woman's body and get all nasty excited about it because women dressed modestly.
Yes, sir.
But look at how slutty they look now. That is because they have been caused to die. Of you is he who is caused to die. Not physically, spiritually, mentally. All right. And of you is he who is brought back to the worst part of life, so that after knowledge he knows nothing. Again, look at the Muslim world. The Muslim world has been brought back to the worst part of life. They ain't been caused to die, but they've been brought back to the worst part of life.
See?
Well, what you mean? So that after having knowledge, they know nothing. The Muslim world is confused as hell. They flipping crazy. Talk black to me. It is as if Prophet Muhammad never taught them nothing. They can recite the whole entire Holy Quran.
Go ahead.
And don't know their anus from their damn elbows. They've been brought back to the worst part of life. You niggas that followed the messenger and now you Sunnis. You've been brought back to the worst part of life. After all this knowledge Elijah Muhammad gave you, now you stupid.
That's right.
After having knowledge, you know nothing. I can prove Elijah Muhammad's teachings all through this Quran, but you can't. You read the Quran and say, Elijah was wrong. I can read the same Quran and show you everywhere in it that the messenger's right. Because after having knowledge, you now know nothing. You've been brought back to the worst part of life. You got the message of life right in your Quran. And you still dead in your damn head. Stupid niggas. And thou seest the earth barren. But when we send down thereon water, it stirs and swells and brings forth a beautiful growth of every kind. That is because Allah, He is the truth. And He gives life to the dead. And He's possessor of power over all things.
That's right.
You think that you are free to forever stay the nigger that the white man made you. No, you're not. Allah is either going to raise you up from the condition that you are in and make you a righteous Muslim, or He going to kill you with the white man. You're not staying a nigger. You're not going to keep smoking Black and Milds. You're not going to keep smoking blunts. You're not going to keep smoking cigarettes. You're not going to keep drinking liquor. You're not going to keep pimping hoes. You ain't going to keep being hoes. You ain't going to keep being none of the ratchet porch monkey nigger crazy that you love so much. You're not doing it. You taking them fake eyelashes off. You taking them weaves out. You taking them braids out.
Go ahead. That's right.
You taking that dye out your damn hair. You taking them skirts off and putting on something that make you look like a righteous and modest black woman. You gonna do what the goddamn hell, yup, sorry. I stand condemned for saying that. But I meant what I said the way I said it. You gonna do what the goddamn hell Elijah Muhammad said do, or you ain't gonna do nothing, and that includes breathing, nigga. You doing what Allah said do, period. Or you out of here. That's it. I don't have to talk nice to you because I'm in control. I don't give a damn if you say F that nigga. I don't want to hear him. Whatever. You'll be back. You ain't got no choice. So I don't have to negotiate with you. I don't have to be nice to you. I don't have to do nothing but warn you. And I'm only doing it because I don't want God to punish me for not doing it. I'm ready to throw my hands up and leave you the hell alone. Because you done had enough time, as far as I'm concerned. But my will has to be submitted to Master Farad Muhammad's will. My will is to say, yo, bring it now. Let's get it over with. I'm ready for Islam. And even if you mad at me for some reason and you kill me with the cracker, I'm down with that too, because I don't want to live no more with the cracker. I'm tired. I'm done. It's over. I want dead effing crackers right now. I want this Peckerwood bastard dead today. I don't even want my lecture to finish before the white man is dead. And if I gotta go with him, so be it. I'll be the first biatch crying if it happens. So what?
Go ahead.
So what? Kill him now. Kill him now. And I don't give a goddamn how many niggas die with him. But see, that's just Eric. That's why Eric ain't God. So I submit my will which I just expressed in an inappropriate manner, to do Master Farad Muhammad's will, which is to give you more time to accept Islam. That ain't my will. That's Allah's will. And I submit to Allah's will. That's what makes me a Muslim. Islam does not mean to agree with Allah. Islam means to submit to Allah. As long as I submit to the will of Master Farad Muhammad, no matter how I feel, no matter what I say, I'm still a Muslim. Because Muslim means to submit. And that's what I'm doing. But you on my nerves. And the only reason you on my nerves is because he's on my nerves. I am so angry with the goddamn white man. I really am very upset with him. I want him dead. And the only thing that's keeping the white man alive is Allah not wanting to kill you with him. So in my heart, I'm beginning to resent you because it's goddamn you that's keeping him alive. It's you. It's you not accepting Islam that's keeping the white man alive, and I'm very upset with you for that. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Straight up. I'm just being real open and honest with you. You are the reason that white people are still alive, and I'm mad as hell at you for that. Talk back to me. The minute you accept your own and be yourself, he's done. But you won't do it. Because you love the wickedness of his damn world more than you love the righteousness of your own. I want Islam, but I can't have Islam because you don't want Islam. So I have to always be running around trying to be a Muslim in this evil, wicked, damn world that I can only find an ounce of Islam every now and then. Everything I love, I don't have. Everything I love, I don't have. And it's your damn fault. I gotta live among hog because you don't want to give it up. I got to live among weed and liquor because you don't want to give it up. I got to live among goddamn hoes because you want to pimp them hoes. I got to live in all this filth and goddamn indecency because you love it and don't want to give it up. I want to bust your goddamn head to the white meat because of that. I want righteousness. I don't care how foul my mouth is. I want righteousness. I'm willing to accept it. Call my damn bluff. I want it, but you don't want it. So I gotta not have it because of damn you. That's pissing me a hell off. And if you don't see that it's pissing me off, then I don't know what I can say to you. Let me make like it's Ramadan, since I'm up here going crazy. Sick of these niggas. The niggas I'm sick of, I love. The crackers I'm sick of, I hate. I'm only sick of niggas because niggas are saving crackers. I didn't know I ran my mouth this long. I got a podcast to do. So let me stop fussing at you and close this damn lecture out. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Get yourself right, man. Get yourself right. It's time out for being niggas. You gotta be Muslims now. I know you don't want to. That's cool. But it's time now. You gotta set your face for religion in the right state, Islam, because the hour is nigh. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.